friends and family are decorating for fall. And it is September now. People were doing it in August. It's just so early. Wait till fall. The actual fall. Now, Elise and I had a conversation about this as well, because she knows technical. She knows a lot of technical stuff that I don't.
Because it's meteorological fall.
But actual fall isn't till September 22nd. So at that point, you should start decorating for fall. A little later on, you can start Thanksgiving, and then the day after Thanksgiving, it is etiquette that you can begin Christmas.
Wow.
People feel a lot different about this.
Very regimented here.
And Elise has a different opinion.
Yeah,
so
let's check in with Elise and get a first look at forecast.
Good morning. Well, as they were talking about, today is meteorological fall. It's usually marked by the calendar, so September 1st does start that period, but we call September 22nd this year the autumnal equinox, so it's kind of a tomatoes or tomatoes thing, whether you want to consider today the first day of fall or wait until the autumnal equinox, but I'll consider today the first day of fall, so I'll be shortly decorating for fall. Maybe not so much for Halloween, but it's feeling a little more fallish out there this morning, though, especially more cooler and comfortable than it has been the last few days. Dew points have dropped into the 50s. So again, not as sticky as it was the last several days. We had dew points yesterday still in the 70s, but take a look at that comfortable air this morning. Again, we have 50s around west central Ohio, and overall we are calming things down. You can see a little bit of cloud cover that is starting to move off to our south and east, but we will see some more sunshine, maybe a few clouds working in, but overall a pretty nice day. Not too much going on here in west central Ohio, but some news from the tropics. You probably heard Kyle mention something last night. We did see that tropical depression number 9 upgraded into tropical storm Hermine. I was a little excited at first because I misread it. I thought it was Tropical Storm Hermione, but no such luck for the Harry Potter fans. But this will be tracking over Florida as well as the East Coast before it does make it off into the Atlantic. So they'll be dealing with some winds, but what they really don't want to be dealing with are those rains that will be giving them some more flooding issues possibly on top of what they've already seen. So that's some more activity headed down to the south. But here in west central Ohio, we're gearing up for a pretty nice holiday weekend. So we'll talk about those details coming up.
Okay, let me start by owning a mistake.
Yeah.
You know that.
If anyone noticed, I said something that was wrong.
You said they want to make the ladybug the state bird. I wrote that.
I thought it was a firefly.
Or firefly. I'm sorry. That's all kind of mistakes.
This is so confusing.
Firefly.
It's so early.
The state
okay,
bug.
I read.
It should have been bug.
I read bird off the teleprompter
bird, and
because
I wrote that.
My co-anchor tried to sabotage me to make me look bad.
Trivia. Let's start now. State insect. Our state insect.
Ladybug?
That's correct. State bird.
Cardinal.
Correct. State mammal.
Squirrel.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Raccoon.
I have no idea.
No.
Possum.
Possum, no. White-tailed deer. Let's do one more.
I had no idea.
State beverage.
Pepsi?
That's a good guess.
Lemonade. Tea.
Gatorade. No, it's tomato juice.
Tomato juice. Now, the state flower is the carnation.
Scarlet carnation.
Which I have a problem with because I don't like carnations.
Oh, I love carnations.
Controversy.
You love carnations?
How can you not like carnations?
It's the funeral flower.
She stomps on them.
If someone gets you carnations,
at their weddings too.
If a man gets you carnations, he's cheap. That's cheap. That's a cheap flower.
Wow.
Well, with that, we'll turn to weather. It's looking pretty nice today, so we'll check out the forecast.
It's a cheap flower.
Ugly there.
It's a funeral.
Welcome back. We're still having that carnation conversation, but we are currently sitting at 60 degrees here in Lima with winds out of the north at 9 miles per hour. Dew points have dropped, so it's feeling much more comfortable out there. The dew point is at 57 degrees here in Lima. We've got some 50-degree dew points around west central Ohio, so not as sticky as it has been the last several days. We've seen those dew points in the 70s, but those are out of here thanks to a cold front that moved through. But overall, we're seeing clear conditions on satellite and radar, maybe just a few thin clouds out there this morning, but we are going to be staying dry for the majority of your Thursday. An isolated sprinkle could develop, but again, we're not expecting any real wet weather here around west central Ohio, just that isolated chance for maybe a sprinkle, but that's about it. But overall, a very nice day is in store for us here for your Thursday. You can see a little bit more cloud cover as well as rain activity to our south. That's thanks to that cold front that has moved through, so that moved through yesterday, bringing a few showers and storms to the area, but again, we're staying dry for today. That activity will continue to push off to our south and east, and we've actually got an area of high pressure that will be building in, and that's going to help help to reinforce some cooler, more comfortable conditions. Now you can see there along that cold front, a little bit more of that activity and that cloud cover. Again, that's going to continue to move away from west central Ohio. Behind it, though, we'll see that cooler air start to funnel in. So we're actually not going to be making it to 80 degrees for today. Yesterday, we were right around that 80-degree mark, but we're going to be staying cooler and slightly below the average. The average high for this time of year is 79 degrees. We're probably only going to be topping out in the mid-70s for today, but at least it's going to be feeling more comfortable. You can see that dry air that has continued to settle into the area, those dew points in the 50s. We like that, 2 thumbs up. But you can see still a little bit sticky down to our south where that cold front hasn't quite reached just yet, those dew points in the 60s and 70s. But again, some very pleasant conditions here in west central Ohio. Now that cold front has dropped with that jet stream as well, so it's helping to bring in some of that cooler air, and we'll be holding on to some very nice conditions today, Friday, and even into the weekend. It will start to warm up just a little bit more for Saturday if you think mid-70s are a little bit cooler for today and tomorrow. But as I mentioned, that's where we'll top out for today, in the mid-70s, but dew points will be lower. We'll start out with some sunshine, but maybe a few more clouds building in into the afternoon. An isolated sprinkle is possible, but mainly we are looking at dry conditions for your Thursday, even into Friday. Another great day out there. A little bit more sunshine, I think, through the day. Temperatures still staying very similar to what we will see today, generally around the mid-70s, but then we'll see even more sunshine into your Saturday, and that will help temperatures slightly. So we'll be a little bit closer to the average in the upper 70s for Saturday. But today we'll settle for mid-70s, very comfortable. Some clouds toward the afternoon. Cooler, and again, just a great day out there. Just an isolated chance for a sprinkle, but I think we are mainly going to be staying dry tonight. You can turn off the AC. Temperatures will be around 55 degrees. Still looking at low dew points, so some great overnight weather, sleeping weather. Again, I'll be opening up the windows. I love doing that now that those dew points have dropped, but overall, it's looking like a great weekend if anybody has any holiday plans.
That looks good.
It looks really good.
Yeah, a couple of guesses, by the way, from viewers on State Bird. We had to rule out flamingo and penguin. Not even close.
Elise did say during the commercial break she wanted to say platypus.
I don't know why.
It's
something just came to my head real quick.
Yeah.
No, we were on the spot, so that was hard. He doesn't tell us these things.
Nerve-wracking.
So
Coming up in
we have to be
Consumer News,
embarrassed.
we're listing out the best and worst big cities to own a home.